Alright, welcome back to tool number 4, using common bases to combine terms. And this guy here, folks, is really talking about using an LCD, lowest common denominator. So here, if I look at this, definitely going to tackle the left side here, because this is one term, this is two terms, so I'm going to do an LCD right away. I'm going to do an LCD here of sine squared x cos squared x. Alright, well, what does that mean? Well, I'll just move this down here. So that means, that means what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to multiply this guy by cos squared x, so multiply the top also by cos squared x. Over here, I can multiply the bottom here by sine squared x, so multiply also the top by sine squared x. What do I really have here? Well, left side, I'm going to have all over my lowest common denominator, which is sine squared x cos squared x. On the top, I'm going to have here a cos squared x, plus on the other one, I'm going to have a sine squared x. Hopefully you can see what I'm going to do here. And I've got that beautiful identity again. This guy here, this whole thing is just equal to 1. So I'm really going to be left with 1 over sine squared x cos squared x. And I'm done. So because left side is equal to right side, therefore quae resta demonstratum, and we are done. Let's go to part C and D. Here's the next one. Alright, so not much I can do with this, the right side here, but the left side is definitely going to tackle. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change everything to sine and cos. So before I even do that though, folks, I know that this guy here, this is really equal to cotangent x. So what I really have here on the left side is this. I've got sine x over cos x, and then here I'm going to have, now 1 over tan x is again cotangent x, which is actually the reverse of that, so cos x over sine x, and here my LCD will be, that's a strange C, that's okay, sine x cos x. So I'm going to multiply this guy by cos x, but also multiply the top by cos x. Over here, I'm going to multiply this guy by sine x, this guy by sine x, and hopefully you can kind of see, oops, times it by sine x. Well, x is up there, but that's okay. So what I'm really going to have here is this. I'm going to have a sine squared x plus cos squared x all over sine x cos x. And again, using the identity on the top there, so that's really equal to 1 on top. And on the bottom, I'm going to have a sine x cos x. So because left side is equal to right side, therefore quae resta demonstratum. Done. Alright, we save the best until last. So here we go. Last one. Definitely going to tackle the left side here, because the right side is 2 over cos squared x. Not much I can do with that. I mean, I can change that to 1 minus sine squared x, but let's actually tackle this guy. So here, I know my LCD. My LCD here will be 1 plus sine x, 1 minus sine x. So what am I going to do? Well, I am going to multiply this term by, and I apologize about this writing, 1 minus sine x. Same thing here, 1 minus sine x. On the other one, so what color can I use? I don't really want to use red, so I'll use purple here. So I'm going to multiply this guy by 1 plus sine x, and take 1 plus sine x. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So again, tackling the left side, I'm going to have this all over, same denominator, so 1 plus sine x, 1 minus sine x. So on the top I'm going to have here 1 minus sine x plus 1 plus sine x. Hopefully you can see what's happening here, of course. These guys here, that is gone, that's gone, with the 2 cancel each other out, and I'm really left with 2 on top, which is great, using that other side as my guide. On the bottom I'm going to have this, I'm going to have 1 minus sine x, 1 plus sine x. Alright, what do I do here? Well, I'm actually going to, on the bottom here, I'm going to FOIL this out. And if you can see here, I've got a difference of squares if I FOIL that guy out. So I'm going to have this, I'm going to have 2 all over 1 minus sine squared x. Again, the sine x's will cancel out because I'm going to get a minus sine x and a plus sine x, they're gone after I FOIL that out because it's difference of squares. And then of course, well, if I use the other side as my guide, I will have, I will have here 2 over, and 1 minus sine x squared is actually cos x squared. Cos x squared. So, because left side is equal to right side, therefore QED. And we are done. That is the 4 parts. I apologize for the length of this video, a bit long.